I'll tell you what put me on their list. In December 2019, during the Trump impeachment hearings, Jerry Nadler is chairing the hearing, and I stand up and I called the Trump impeachment bogus. I said you had no evidence, and I called them out right to their face. That's what did it. And I'm even more convinced that that is the case now than ever after what we've been through, because this is from December 2019, and the government still won't drop the case. They still won't drop this case. Now, let's be perfectly clear. Go ahead.
Do you mind if we play this? It's a minute and 19 seconds.
Here is how the committee will proceed for this hearing. I will make an opening statement.
I hate this guy
Then I will recognize the ranking member for an opening statement.
The Penguin.
After that, we will hear 2 sets of presentations. We will hear 30-minute opening arguments.
This is impeachment number 1
for the majority and the minority of this committee. Order in the room. Order in the room. Order in the committee room.
We voted for Donald Trump, and they're simply removing it because they don't like him. Americans are sick of your impeachment scandal. They're sick of the Democrat treason. We know who committed the crime, and it wasn't Trump. Trump was innocent.
So other than the fact that it's 100% accurate, let's see what smug bastard Nadler says.
The committee will come to order. Obviously, I shouldn't have to remind everyone present that the audience is here to observe.
That's right, American people. Sit down and shut up.
Not to indicate agreement or disagreement with any witness or with any member of the committee.
Okay.
The audience is here to observe only, and we will maintain decorum in the hearing room.
So, Owen, other than the fact that you're 1,000% right, you were right, the rightness of what you said has been proven over time, you were less disruptive than a lot of the, pink pussy hat wearing people, the Kavanaugh interrupting people, the Missouri interrupting people, and they went after you for that.
So let me give you even a little more detail about that. Because like you said, this is not an uncommon occurrence in the Capitol. It's not at all. It happens all the time. And quite frankly, my disruption there is about as low level as they get. Again, you pointed to a couple. The pink pussy hat wearers, you had the climate change protesters. And I mean, to even get more absurd with it, in fact, let me not get ahead of myself. So, okay, so that was about a, like you said, 30, 60-second disruption, whatever. Everything I said there ended up being accurate. When the police take me out of the room, because this happens a lot, okay, they take me out of the room and they're kind of sitting there. The one cop that had me was a new cop. He was a younger cop, so he kind of had to get direction from some other guys. They said, yeah, just take him out of the facility and just let him go. So okay, I'm not even cuffed. I'm walking out with the guy, not even cuffed. He's like, hey, what do I do, boss? He's like, yeah, just take him outside and let him go. So okay, it's like a 2-minute walk to the door. He takes me out. They're about to just let me go. I'm about to just walk out on the streets and just go about my day. Someone clicks in on the radio. He goes to his ear and he goes, oh, wait, hold on a second. And he's like, hold on a second. Stay right there. So now they're holding me. Another cop walks away. He gets on his radio and he's like, actually, we're going to have to detain you. So it's pretty obvious what happened. I don't know if it was Jerry Nadler. I don't know who it was, but somebody told him, Nancy Pelosi, somebody said, hey, no. You're not letting him go. You're arresting his ass and you're charging his ass. They were about to let me go. They were about to release me onto the streets when somebody got in their ear and said, not so fast. So I'm convinced now that was a direct order from the top that, no, you're going to charge him. And so they were going to release me. Now, again, there's so much precedent dealing with disruption of Congress here that it's ludicrous what I've gone through and that the government still is not dropping it here 4 years later. In fact, David Hogg just disrupted Congress in a very similar fashion. And do you think he's going to see a courtroom, let alone a jail cell? Of course he's not. That's only for Owen Shroyer to see. So, but let me just do this now too, because it's even more ludicrous. Honestly, it couldn't have worked out better for my public case, quite frankly. As I'm in court last Tuesday, Democrats stormed Kevin McCarthy's office. As I'm in court, Democrats stormed Kevin McCarthy's office. Do you think any of them will see a courtroom, let alone jail cell? Of course not. The next day, Wednesday, The Biden administration sends out a memo that says we need the American media to push back against the impeachment. So I'm sitting in a courtroom for pushing back against impeachment and allegedly storming the Capitol when Democrats storm Kevin McCarthy's office, the Capitol, and Democrats demand you push back against impeachment. I mean, a double standard of justice just in that 24 hours alone couldn't have been more obvious.
Oh, and here, this is not the one that you're talking about, but just by way of example. This is David Hogg interrupting. It was a committee meeting on gun control.
Where are the police?
Oh, here you'll see they come in a say. Here's one. They'll escort.
Notice how slow they are. Notice how slow they are.
From Mexico. They are not coming from Mexico. You are reiterating the flights of a mass shooter, sir.
This is exactly what we just witnessed with you. Exactly. Maybe the committee hearing was a little different. One's impeachment. One is, what was this?
That's the
Gun
same
legislation meeting?
Same Judiciary Committee.
I think that's the exact, that might be the exact same room.
Yeah. It usually is.
Outrageous. Okay. But did
and I assume before you went in there that you had seen plenty of people stage that protest without it ever being charged as criminal conduct.
Honestly, I expected what happened. I expected I would stand up, say my piece, and get escorted out of the building, which was about to happen. That was exactly what the cops were going to do. That's what I expected. And actually, I didn't even expect to do it that day, to be honest with you. I didn't even know that I was going to do that. But it was strange because we were looking for I don't remember what we were looking for, actually. I was there with a cameraman, and I think we were actually there looking for something else. And we ended up in that room, and I was like, oh, okay, we'll do this. And then I was like, honestly, it was totally organic. I was like, this bothers me so much. This impeachment inquiry is such a hoax. I have a First Amendment right. I'm going to say my piece, get escorted out, and that's going to be that. And then that's what was going to happen until somebody said, oh, no. We're going to get a piece of Shroyer's ass.
Did they book you, process you to the whole 9 yards?
Yep.